everyone, and welcome to This is Paris, your all-access pass behind the scenes with French champions Paris Saint-Germain. Coming up, it's time for the Champions League, and Keylor Navas knows what it takes to go through.
Saber que juntos es como se puede sacar un resultado.
Thomas Meunier reveals where his love of the round ball comes from.
C'était vers mes 10 ans, c'est là que j'ai commencé à comprendre ce que j'aimais dans le football.
And it's a special night in the French capital with the colour and noise of the Champions League as Paris go looking for a place in the quarter-finals.
C'est un moment qui va rester gravé dans nos cœurs et dans nos mémoires.
Quickly adopted as one of their own by the Paris fans, Keylor Navas is also unanimously acclaimed in the Rouge et Bleu squad. A quick integration facilitated by his high-flying performances and also his personality.
Yo me siento muy orgulloso de venir de Costa Rica.
I'm very proud to be from Costa Rica.
Costa Rica es muy amable,
I think the Costa Ricans are very friendly people. They always try to be cheerful, to make sure that the people around them are always united. I'm not saying that I'm different from the other guys in the squad, but I try to put those qualities to the service of everyone, to be a good teammate, a good friend, and above all, for my teammates to have confidence in me, both on and off the pitch.
Yo en mi casa y la gente que me conoce y fuera, me gusta ser una persona
My family and people who know me know that I'm someone who likes to have fun, who likes to laugh, enjoys telling jokes, dancing. All that's my personality. People who have known me since I was a kid know that I've always been like that. But I also know where I am. I know that I'm a footballer, and that I have to be responsible. But on the pitch, I have an important role to play in helping my teammates, and I try to apply that 100%. I believe that the defense always needs a keeper who talks to them, who helps the defenders to be in a better position, and to do the teamwork that leads us to victory. My years in football have helped me mature in many ways. That's why when I'm in a team, I like to be of service to everyone. I don't like it when other people feel inferior or anything like that, because that's never the case. For me, we're all on the same level. We're all equal. But I try to help when I can. I think I've experienced some unique moments, and I can carry a message to a young player or even to my teammates who have also had some moments when they needed to be told something because they needed to learn something. I'm an open-minded person. When someone needs advice, I'm happy to give it. And when someone has something to say to me, I accept it with peace of mind. Because I know it will always be to improve myself. And I want to improve every day. I don't think I know everything, and I haven't won everything. I want to win more. I want to learn more. And I want to be better.
It's a
privilege to be here. I've been saying that since I got here, playing with Ney, Kylian, Mauro, Fideo. I could go on and name everyone in the squad. They're all high-level players. And that motivates me because they train like they play. Confronting them in training is always a big test, and every training session helps us. And then when you go out onto the field and you see them, and you know they're on your side, you know things are going to go well. Because they have that responsibility, they have that desire. And I think the work they all do for the unity of the squad is excellent. A united squad ready to turn the tables on Borussia Dortmund in the second leg of their Champions League tie, despite the authorities' decision to play the game behind closed doors.
difícil, como lo son todos.
It's a tough match, like they all
Para
are.
mí lo más importante es nuestra
But for me, the
mentalidad,
most important thing is our
las ganas con
mentality,
que vayamos nosotros
the
a jugar
desire
cada
with which
partido,
we play the
el
game,
saber que
knowing that we'll
tenemos que dar el
always have to give
100% siempre que
100%
estamos
as soon as we defend this
esta
jersey
camiseta,
and that
que
we
la
have to
tenemos que
defend
defender
it to the
a muerte.
death.
Entonces,
I think
yo creo
that
que
will
eso
make
es
the
lo que va a
difference.
hacer la diferencia. Tenemos que tener
We have to have a strong enough
una
mentality,
mentalidad
have confidence in
bastante
ourselves,
fuerte,
think that
confiar
we
en
are the
nosotros,
best.
pensar
Only
en
together
que
can we achieve results.
tenemos a los mejores, saber que juntos
Individually,
es como se puede sacar un
you're not
resultado.
going to get anywhere.
Individualmente no vamos a llegar a ningún lado. Esto es algo
Whether
en
it's with the
donde
fans, the
tanto la
players, the
afición,
club, we all have to
jugadores,
follow the same
club,
path.
todos tenemos que ir en una
And I
misma
think it's
línea.
those
Y yo creo
details
que
that can give us
esos
the
detalles
strength
son
to
los que
approach
nos
the
pueden
game
dar
in the
la
best way.
fuerza para
We all want to
poder
win,
llegar al partido de la mejor
but we
manera.
know that in
Todos
order to
tenemos
win,
muchas ganas de
we have to work
ganar,
very
pero
hard.
sabemos que para
We have to
ganar hay
give
que
every
esforzarse, hay
effort,
que trabajar,
be
hay que ser
responsible.
responsable, hay que,
We have to do things in the
hacer
best
las cosas
possible way.
de la mejor
That's what
manera
we're all
y
about.
estamos en esa línea.
Having seen their Ligue 1 clash away to Strasbourg postponed due to COVID-19, despite travelling to Alsace for the match, Paris Saint-Germain's squad were back on the training pitch to prepare for their Champions League last 16 clash, also to be played behind closed doors at the Parc des Princes against Borussia Dortmund.
They come naturally, ça va venir naturellement, ces 6 passes. Nous sommes trop fixés de faire 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 et 6, ouvrir, non, ça va venir, 1, 2, 3, tac, 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 change côté, tac, tac, tac.
Hello, it's Grace Guilloro. It's a little bit early, but we're going to spend the day together. Now it's time for training. The day starts for real now. I'm going to do my warm-up.
C'est mon préchauffement. Ah, ça c'est chaud ça. C'est chaud. Aujourd'hui, nous
We've had a good session today, but ever since she turned 22, she's really progressed a lot.
Des fois, on a des petites gênes.
Sometimes we have a little tightness or
Des fois, on a
pain,
des courbatures.
sometimes stiffness, and it's true, it feels really good, gets us in form for the next challenge.
Pour la suite.
C'est vrai que c'est un moment important pour.
This is an important time for the players. When we look after them, see how they feel, tired or not tired, if they have any pain. It's a one-on-one moment, and it's nice for the players and also for us. And sometimes we find a little something that maybe doesn't hurt, but that might be linked to something else or cause a problem somewhere down the line. That's also part of our job, to find these hidden problems that could eventually lead to an injury later on.
Bon bah voilà, l'entraînement
Well,
est
training's
terminé.
finished for today. I'm going to relax at home for a while and I'll see you later tonight for the documentary.
À ce soir.
See you tonight.
Là, on est dans le taxi.
We're in the taxi heading to the François Mitterrand Library to see the premiere of a documentary on women's football,
Sur le football féminin.
on the development of women's football. and of women's place in sport in general, on femininity. So it's a documentary about us and about a lot of young girls. We were lucky to have the Women's World Cup here in France and reach out to a lot of people that didn't necessarily know about the sport before. It was also on free-to-air TV too, which helped people discover a little bit about it. And now we have to continue, and I hope it does after the World Cup, because after tasting all that hype and energy around the tournament, now we really want it to continue, to develop. It was a great documentary, really happy. It showed exactly what our lives are like and how we got here today. So it was very moving. And we could really see ourselves in it. It was really great. And with all the young girls here to see it too, it was nice. It portrayed us really well. Young women, elite athletes. I think it was great. So that's it for now. Our day together is over. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. When I was 5, I really liked playing football, especially in the afternoons, as my mum would have an afternoon nap, and I wasn't allowed out of the house until 5 p.m. So I'd be sitting up on top of a wall watching the kids play football, and I was fascinated by it. So much so that sometimes I'd jump down and play, and then try and get back on the wall before my mum could see me and give me a beating. That was my story at 5 years old. When I was 10, I had a better relationship with my mum by then. She'd let me out onto the street. I loved playing football in attack, and I remember the 1994 World Cup so well, when Brazil won it for the 4th time. I'd go out to play and would call myself Bebeto or Romario because I love playing as a striker, and today I'm Thiago Silva, a central defender. When I was 15, turning 16, I took the decision to leave Rio de Janeiro and move to Porto Alegre to chase my dream. I joined the RS Futebol Clube. A long way from my family, but with the firm belief that I could become a professional one day. Thanks to God, I managed to get here. Between 19 and 20 was one of the most difficult times of my life, as you know, with tuberculosis in Russia. But I never lost sight of my dream or faith that I could get back to playing football, even after such a serious illness. Today I feel fulfilled in my profession, and I'm very happy to have the willpower to have come out of such a difficult moment and to be enjoying football in the best possible way, as if these were the last days of my life. Coming up, a match behind closed doors becomes the setting for one of the most incredible moments between the players and the Rouge et Bleu supporters. We take you behind the scenes of an unforgettable Champions League night in the French capital.
Bonjour, c'est Thomas et vous regardez This is Paris.
A Paris Saint-Germain player since 2016, Thomas Meunier has settled permanently in the French capital. A passionate art aficionado, the Belgian international takes full advantage of the City of Light as soon as the opportunity arises. Paris is a huge city. We often go to Montmartre, to the Marais, to Saint-Germain-des-Prés. We try to move around, to visit. Here in Paris, there's lots to do with the kids, especially at the City of Science and Industry at the Parc de la Villette. A lot of activities. We always try to keep them occupied, not just sit around at home. When it's a weekday and they're at school, me and the missus take the opportunity to grab a bite to eat or go for a walk.
Manger un truc, aller promener un petit peu. On vit comme des touristes en fait.
We live a bit like tourists. In our heads, we're still Belgians who come here to Paris and have the opportunity to discover a million things. We really make the most of it.
Voilà, on joue au jeu à fond. Dernièrement, j'étais voir Banksy.
Most recently, I went to see Banksy. It was very good. Street art. But there's always the Musée d'Orsay, the Louvre, the beautiful big museums like that you never finish visiting. Honestly, I'm pretty much of an all-purpose guy. I think that's one of the advantages here, where there are so many tourists, a lot of foreigners living here too. In the team, apart from guys like Neymar, Marco, or Eddie, for whom it's a bit different, most of us can walk around and do what we like in Paris. Not only for the football, but the fact that it's a big city where you can escape a little. It's more difficult in Belgium, where the national team is a big thing, a real unity. We've seen it at the World Cups, or even at every Devils game. It's madness. It's not surprising then that this art lover's footballing role model in his younger years was a true artist of the round ball himself. My idol has always been Ronaldo. Not Cristiano, the Brazilian. I like Cristiano too, but it's different. At that time I was a striker, and he was my example. All the Brazilians, Robinho, Ronaldinho, it was beautiful football. It was then that I really got to know what football was about, when I was 10 years old, and I was a big Brazil fan. When the World Cup finals were taking place, they won it in 2002 in Korea and Japan, and then made the final against France in '98. That's when I began to understand what I loved about the game, what I dreamed about the most. On YouTube, I'd watch what they were doing and try and reproduce it in the back garden. If I'm here where I am today, it's thanks to them. We knew it was going to be war, and that we had to give it everything to win. It was extraordinary. It was then that I think everyone realized this was going to be a crazy match. It lasted a good 5 or 6 minutes. We all got out our telephones and started filming. It will remain engraved in our hearts and in our memories. It was life or death. He's a goal scorer, an important player for the team. So that he scores is even better, because he's one of the attacking players. It was great for him and his confidence. After the goal, we lost a few too many easy balls, but we managed to score that second goal. We won the ball in midfield. I got out of the pressing and passed to Ney. Then Angel got the ball wide on the right, and since I was already there, I continued to run into space. Pablo saw me, and I got just the faintest of touches. But in the end, it was a goal, and that's what we wanted. It meant we led 2-0. I'm very happy to have scored because it's been a while since I last scored, especially since last year I scored against United, but it didn't count for anything. This year it did. The last 5 minutes. Each attack could have ended in a chance, each clearance by Kimpembe. We wanted the ref to blow for full time, and each time he didn't, and then we just exploded. Incredible. We all ran upstairs. We were so happy.
Et ça nous fait
It was
chaud au
so
cœur
great
de
to see
voir
that
des
atmosphere,
ambiances comme
so
ça,
much emotion.
plein
The fans
d'émotions, des
screaming.
cris, voilà,
We will
franchement,
never,
ça
ever
reste
forget
gravé dans
it.
le cœur et,
And we can only
voilà,
thank them.
on peut que les remercier.